And welcome, Alex. Let me send to you the questions. Please present yourself. Is it your first time here?
Hello, and no, this is not my first time with. It's my first time with you.
Oh, I don't know if I remember you with your camera open.
Uh, yeah.
So please present yourself to us.
Okay, my name is Alex Toledo. I'm from Colombia. I am a musician. I am here in TNT since last week. I want to improve my English, my speaking. Sometimes I speak slowly because I don't know a lot of words, but I am here to learn with you.
That's really good. So welcome again. And how about you, Wellington? I always forget how to say shara in English, but I guess there is no word to this.
Hello, everyone. My name is Wellington. I'm from Espírito Santo, and I'm 30 years old. I've been joining TNT here for, I think, 3 months. And that's it.
So, and you, Rafael?
Hello, good evening. I'm Rafael, 32. I'm designer. I'm from Curitiba, but currently I'm living at last 5 years. I'm living in São Paulo. I found e-aprendi a long time ago, but now I'm more active in the conversation. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. And Bruna already presents herself. I don't remember if I have presented myself. I guess yes. But really short, my name is Wellington, but everybody call me Well. I have been here on TNT since the end of July, and I have been a host since October, and I really enjoy TNT. Talk about a different topic every day with people from every place. Not only Brazil nowadays. We have people from all over the world. And welcome, David. Can you listen me? I will send to you the questions here. Please present yourself.
Hello, everybody. Good evening. My name is Davi. I'm from Lauro de Freitas, Bahia, and I'm here just listening a little bit and try to improve my English skills. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, more people from Bahia. So let me start with the first question. Do you consider fear something positive or negative in your lives? Tell us about it. What do you think, Wellington, about fear?
Um, well, for me, it is something, depends on, you know, if you are feeling too much fear, it's something negative. But if you have fear, it's something normal. Fear is something important to everybody because is to keep us safe, because sometimes the fear can help us. The fear can prevent us from kill or happen something bad, though. And for me, this is that.
Yeah, I agree with you. And for you, Alex, what do you think about fear?
I think the fear is always negative because it doesn't allow us to do things or develop our capacities.
So you think like we don't need fear, but be like prevent the things like this, you know, like because Wellington said before, like fear can like prevent us to do something that can hurt, for example. And you think what could like prevent us to do this?
Okay, if it's to prevent, maybe it's good, but not always, because when you sometimes you feel fear, maybe you prevent things, but sometimes or mostly of the times the things don't happen with you are thinking.
I got it. I got it, your idea. Thanks. And for you, Bruna?
Oh, okay. For me, there are two sides too, because fear can make you safe it, make you secure it, because you think before act, before do something, you know. And this is the positive side, but sometimes fear can block us. You know, you can't act, you can't take some risk, and sometimes this is negative. You lose opportunities because of that. I think that's it.
Thanks, Bruna. And for you, Rafael, what do you think about this fear?
I agree with you, and for me, it's fear. It's good with balance, because sometimes it works as a self-care to be safe, and but in general, I think the fear can be a type of mental trap, when fear it's a type of sense of limitation of to do something. I think it's, in general, fear is bad when it's related with our capacity, something like this, like a psychology fear. I think it's the most common bad fear. But the good fear, I think it's related with our care, secret, and that's it.
Yeah, thanks. I agree with you guys. Like these fear have some positives and negative sides. And I guess like when we are kids, we are fearless. Actually, I remember that is, I guess, only one fear that we had, but I do not remember now. I guess it's hungry, you know, to die because of not eating, something like this. And we developed all of them, and sometimes they just work as a wall in your life. And for you, David?
In my opinion, everything that happens around us that can be considered like a threat to our emotion, to our life. For me, it can be considered like negative things, in my opinion, because if you are living in a situation and the fear is really deep or really strong, surely uh, it will block your life. It, for me, it's really bad, but you need to know how to balance everything that happens around you. If you know how to live with fear, or if you are thinking, no, I need to overcome the fear, I need to overcome everything that are happens around me, and you need to know how to balance everything. This is my opinion about it.
Yeah, I agree with you. And for you, Wendell?
Yeah, I agree with you all. Have to we have to develop this balance, in terms of work with our instinct, and work with our rationalism. So sometimes you have to overcome the fear to to take a chance, to try something new, and you have to fear to avoid bad things for you, because you don't know what can happen. So that's it. I agree with you all.
And then can you keep going with the next question?
Yeah, for sure. So let's move forward. The second question: how do you think the fear works? What are your main fears? Alex?
Okay, I think fear blocks our mind, and we think negatively. I don't know if this the word negatively. We think negatively. We assume things that when you feel fear, we assume things that suddenly will never happen, and sometimes we lose opportunities. Yeah. The fear, I think, fear increase the blood pressure. It's not good for the body. Yeah.
Great. How about you, Bruna?
In my opinion, fear acts as a warning, an alert about the risks of a certain action. So, based on that, we can consider whether or not to do something. And my biggest fear is losing the people who I love, especially my mother and my brothers. And that's it.
Yeah, amazing. How about you, Wellington?
Sorry, guys. I think the fear is kind of a mechanism of our mind. Our mind is mechanisms, to maintain us safe, and because sometimes if you start to think about why the fear of you know uh, die exists, because we can die, and if we don't have this kind of fear, we just uh, would would uh, would go put our lives in risk all the time. And I think is it that the fear is something important, but the problem is when the fear just uh, turn into um, oh my gosh, I forget the words. A phobia, uh, yeah, and my main fear, I think, is relate with my family. If something bad happened with my daughter or my wife, and my fear is related to this, not about me. I don't have a lot of fear about my life or lose my life, but about my family, yeah, I have a lot of fear.
Yeah, great. Thanks for sharing. How about you, Rafael?
For me, fear is a type of automatic self-protection, and I believe that it runs in a type of background in our brain, a type of irrational sense. Then I think it's the automatic mode, but it's possible in some cases, try to broke a type of fear, trying a type of separation, or try improve the situation. And when we do it, it's possible to identify it's possible to break, and it's make you more self-confident, and you can make a type of separation. But other types of fears, it's more abstract. For example, now in this time with the situation of virus, it's other level, because the situation is a sensation of without control. Then it's a different way to live with fear. But for me, it's the general idea.
Yeah, thanks. Great. How about you, Well?
Oh, so to me, like the guys were saying about like the sense, I just remember a spy sense, you know, from Spider-Man, that he feels the dangers. It's something like this to us. But I think it's something like this is a mechanism that we have, and we learn with the others, you know, that had experienced some situations and they pass to us, even though sometimes we do not experience these kind of situations. And to me, my main fears is like everybody dying, you know, dying is the main fear that we have, ourselves and the others around. But also I professionally saying, I have the fear like to feel stuck in a place, you know. I don't like this sensation to be stuck when I know that I can grow. This like made me really sad, and it's a fear. But I also have like a city fear that I have said in a long time ago in a meeting, that is walking the catwalk, you know, the crosswalk that we have here. I really don't like them. Bruna is from here, Salvador. Maybe she knows like catwalking from Estrada Paralela and the old one from Iguatemi. They are not safe. I don't like to pass there because you feel like you will fall. But I have to cross because there is no other way. So I just see in front of me and fall the way that I need to go.
Yeah, well, thanks. Yeah, well, I think that's easy to know because all the fear have to face the fear. You know? For example, if you notice the short video, you know, the man was overwhelmed with the problem, you know, with fear to be broke, and he had to leave, you know, that happening to figure out something new, you know, to overcome this fear. So I don't know. We have I have a lot of fears. You know, I sometimes I'm have a fear to hurt someone. You know, with the feeling broke feelings, and I have the same fear with my family, for example. You know, but I have to work with it like the short move. So that's good. Let's move forward to the third question. How do you face
Hello.
fear?
Sorry
What?
to stop you. I guess David doesn't answer the question. Am I right?
No.
Or did you answer?
Okay, I'm here. In my
I'm sorry. I'm
opinion,
sorry.
no problem. In my opinion, the way that I used to think about the fear works for me is the fear blocked me, you know, blocked me to realize or to do good things, to do great things, you know, and every day I try to say good things for myself just to overcome the fear, just to see to myself that I'm possible. I can realize a lot of things. I can do many things to my life. it for me, it's terrible, but every day I fight with myself every day because of the fear. But I'm trying to do every day do good things for myself. That's it.
Oh, great. Yeah, you can't lose the opportunity to do something good for us. Um, totally agree with you. Let's move forward. The third question is, how do you face the fear? Share some tips that you use to overcome the fear when you feel it. Bruna?
Oh, okay. When fear comes, I first take it as a warning to reflect on that situation. And if I realize that fear is prevent me from doing something good, and I try to turn it into an impulse to overcome it. So I also try to identify the cause of the fear, um, and I take breath and try to say, okay, everything's fine. Let's do it safely. Let's think about it and do. I I think that's it.
Oh, good. How about you, Alex?
Well, I normally face fear praying. Yeah. When I feel fear, I pray, I breathe deep, and I consider it's important to be accompanied by someone who supports you and doesn't make fun of you, doesn't bullying of you. Yeah, because losing fear is not easy. Maybe what for me is easy, for you is not. Yeah, maybe I feel fear about spiders, but you don't. For you, it's funny. I think we don't uh, assume things that are sometimes unreal, like in the movies. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, amazing tips about that behavior, the brief, take a brief. That's good. How about you, Rafael?
I think it's necessary to identify your fear and think with more attention. I think it's a process of self-knowledge sometimes, and to identify the what make your fear. And it's possible to talking with someone about the fear and take a tips, or maybe only talking about the fear. It's can be good and share the fear with other person. And also I think it's important spiritual life. It's you can pray, you can read Bible, and also, yeah, I think in general it's a type of self-knowledge and share with other people and be practice faith. For me, it works well.
Oh, great. How about you, David?
Um, the face the fear. My the one thing that I like to do to face the fear is look above, search for God, because I need to be strong. I need to be strong to overcome the storm that are coming to my life. and I need to do something new. And I know that if you know the enemy, if you know everything that happens around you, you have a great weapon to overcome the fear, you know. And God for me is my rock. God for me is everything that I use or to be strong, you know, to overcome the fear. And read Bible, play some instrument just to bring peace to myself and do something funny. Uh, I like to gather around with some friends just to laugh a little bit, do something funny every day because when you are living in bad situations, when you are living in terrible moments, you need to have great people, amazing people surround you to help overcome the fears, you know, and have great people surround you. For me, it's important as well. That's it.
Oh, amazing, amazing tips. How about you, Wellington?
Guys, I think that is a good question because I'm already live some situation where I had to get over my fear, and I learned that our brain can't uh, recognize the difference between true and oh my god, a lie, you know. And I developed a technique because I had a fear of, I'm afraid of speaking in public, you know. And when I discovering this about our brain, I just made a technique, and I I I how can I say this? I try to be like I'm a specialist in this kind of situation, no? And I start to speak or train or doing something that makes me feel confidence about my fear, you know. Even that even though I already had this fear, you know, but I face this fear, think I can do it, I can do it. And I start to think about it like uh, uh, some years ago I had to make a presentation, I think, I don't know, in front of all my team on my last job. And I developed this kind of training, and I did this in front of everybody. And at the end, everyone went to me and said, "Oh my gosh, it was so good!" And you already teach this kind of subject for someone. No, I've never. And yeah, guys. But they didn't know that I was with a lot of fear inside me, you know. But I overcome this fear, just pretend that I was a specialist in this subject, that subject.
Oh, amazing. Very good. How about you, Well?
Yeah, I do like Bruno said, you know, I try to think about the fear. If it's something like when you have, like Alex said about when you are afraid of spider, I don't know, you don't have so much to think about it, you know, and at the time you have to develop this after the situation. But when it's a situation that you can think about and are blocking you, I think that breathe and think about yourself. You know, when you know yourself better, you know how to face your fears better, how to fight them, because they will exist always. And like Wellington did, you know, he knew what was his fear, and he developed a way to face this fear. He's still having this fear, but he knows how to control and overcome. I guess this is the best way, you know, invest in knowing about yourself, and also looking for support, Alex said, because sometimes it's hard to do it by yourself. So you have to look for someone that you trust and we will help you somehow. I guess are really good ways. And if you are a spiritual person, I believe that is really good to do, you know, that you feel that you are not alone. Because when you do this alone, it's harder than when you have support.
Yeah, yeah, I really agree with you. You know, it's very good to understand how really what the fear means, you know, in terms of what you face, what the things are you face. Because, for example, the fearfulness is about it, you know, we suffer before the event, you know, suffer a lot before the event and don't face, you know, and you start to thinking a lot, you know, overwhelmed, you know, feeling trigger a lot of feelings in you, so you can't, you feel stuck sometimes. So it's very good at really investing in learning, you know, so to really understand you. Let's go about talk about learning and fear. That's a question that I like. How about fear and learning? We have known that one of the principal ways we have to improve our skills is learning by doing. Do what I'm doing, we are doing now. Do you feel comfortable expressing yourself in English? Share with us, how do you deal with this situation? Rafael.
I think for me it's a little difficult, but an important separation for me was when I lost the shame about talking. Then I can break it practicing, and for me it's a good way because I know I make some mistakes in English, but the most important unlocking for me was lost the shame. I think the it's related like a talk in public or a feeling of someone judging you because you make some mistake, for example. But for me, a great inspiration to unlock my talk in English was lost the shame.
Very good to hear. How about you, Alex?
Okay, sometimes I feel shame, yeah, especially when I speak with people that speak better than me. Yeah, I think it's normal. It's not comfortable always, but it's a good way to learn. Um, for that reason, I like this platform. I like TNT because here you can speak even if you have or make mistakes, but you notice that the other person or the people don't use you because everyone are in the same way. That's it.
Yeah, very good. Good to hear. How about you, Bruna?
Oh, okay. Certainly not. I don't feel comfortable. I have always studied English on my own. I have a good understanding reading, but I have always been ashamed to speak, or because I don't think I'm capable, or for fear of the judgment. And this is why I'm here. I'm really here to get over it. So that's it.
And you, David?
The huge problem that we face is uh, how to deal with about the judgment. A lot of people, when you start learning something, when you start speaking a lot, uh, uh, always show up in your face some people who say, wow, you are making mistakes. No, here for me, the TNT for me, it's a huge opportunity that I have to make mistakes, but nobody here judge me. For me, it's really comfortable. And now I have I feel me a little bit comfortable to talk about me, to talk about my life, to talk about my daughter, to talk about my family in English, just because this program, TNT for me, surely unlocking my idea, my mouth, my mind, and now I know how to keep a small communicate in English because of this group. And for me, I think it's a little bit comfortable to talk in English, to express about my life. That's it.
Amazing, amazing. How about you, Wellington?
Guys, about the English, I have to confess that I still not feel comfortable when I am talk, and express my ideas, because sometimes the word just disappear from my mind, and yeah. But I think the way I've been facing this situation is doing what I'm doing right now. So talk and share experience and ideas, and just put my English, out. And yeah. I when I started to when I learned, oh my gosh, when I learned that my brain cannot um, uh, recognize the difference between lie and true, I started to do this kind of way. And I'm here, and I start to think I'm speaking English. I'm speaking English. And just do it. No, I'm facing it right now because I think there is a key on our brain, and when this can unlock our brain, this thing just happen, and will be one time the future where we will launch about the situation.
Amazing. And you, well,
So to me, nowadays I feel pretty comfortable, like David said about TNT, make me feel like this. Nowadays, when I have to speak in English, I just sap on my mind and change to English. I guess it's really easy. But I have working on it since I did the last English course that I was doing, because I really wanted really bad to speak in English better, and I was paying really expensive in this course. So every opportunity to speak in English, I use it. Each one. I really would like that my colleagues at the course spoke English more, and because of this, I avoided some classes during the day because it was younger people, and sometimes when you are younger, you are not paid, you don't feel the necessity of this, you are being obligated. So it was a monologue with me and the teacher. I didn't have any problem with that, but I like it when I had the classes like here on TNT that it was a debate and everybody talked, because I guess it's really important to exchange these ideas, you know, to see that you are being understood not only by the teacher, but the others that are learning like you. And that the people said about not being judged, it's really important, because when you are learning in the beginning, we know that we speak like a child, you know, that are saying the first words, and we are adults. So to us, it's not, you know, is not allowed to do this, because we are grow-up people. So we should say properly, but it's something new. We have to committing mistakes. It's normal. It's the usual. We are passing to this process, but just later, because it was not our first language. We are not taught at the first ages. So I guess we need to naturalize this. And after this, I don't have any problem in speaking.
Yeah, yeah, it was amazing insights, you know, in terms of because what is learn another language? It's about communication, you know. We use the language to communicate. So it's not about the language or skill, but about human beings, you know. This question is for we reflects about how the learning process can spread, you know, spread ourselves in terms of human beings, you know. Do not afraid to talk with each other, share feelings, share ideas, you know, and make the world better, you know, to communicate, link all the people in one. So that was good to hear, you know, your thoughts about the learning. Um, so let's the people's coming back. So well, let's move forward.
Yeah, I guess we can.
How was
ask
the
your people.
conversation, guys? Yeah, we have a lot of good questions here. Let's see. How was the conversation, guys?
Fernanda, how
it's
is your first?
also amazing.
It was amazing. It was a good experience. I really like it.
Very good. It's good to listen. To know it, I would like to know. Have an answer, you know, about the 7 question. What do you feel when do you fail to do something? What do you think failure could teach us? Would you want to answer this question? Alex, can you answer for us?
Well, when I fail to do something, I feel bad. I feel shame. I feel like I'm not a good person. Yeah, but at the same time, I think everything in life is not easy. But if you are a good person and you study and try to face your fear, it's possible to obtain a new opportunities and do the things better every day, step by step, with a lot of patience, but at the same time with strong and feel maybe proud. I don't know if the correct word of you, and think that you can do all things that you propose in your life.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, and I like this question because, you know, what was the short animation show us, you know, when he failed, he learned about the plants and how the root can, you know, spread in the ground. So, you know, it's about our learning. It's the same, almost the same process, you know, have to spread knowledge, spread our ability to talk to each other and to understand, comprehend. So I think our time is running out, and I hope you enjoyed this meeting, this subject as well. And well, do you want to say something?
Yeah, I will just say.
You're muted.
It always happens. So I share the social medias here that we have: YouTube, Instagram, and Telegram chat to you guys. Keep there chatting with us. Do not forget to fill the feedback that you will receive. It's really important to us. And you can give comments about the topics that you would like to see